Do you ever find your voice just is wimpy, a little weak? Well, it doesn't have to stay that way. Hey there, I'm Kim Snyder, master vocal coach, vocal repair expert, and creator of the Voice Club method. The only singing method out there 100% based on the current medical science, provable ways to unlock your vocal potential. Now, whether you have a big loud voice naturally or a really soft voice naturally, doesn't determine how weak your voice is going to be sometimes when you sing. Sometimes big voice singers will go to sing a ballad, and that's where the weakness really shows up. Let's look under the hood of your vocal machine and find out what's going on, why it happens, and what the heck we do about it. And I'm going to give you an exercise to test something for yourself in your own voice. Whenever you go to sing a note and it kind of falls apart underneath you, sometimes to me it feels like those funhouse bridges that just kind of go like this underneath you. You think, here I'm going for these notes, and nope, the bottom kind of just swoops out from underneath you. Or other times you go to start, especially a soft song, and you go, oh, I'm going to be so soft and gentle here, but your voice just kind of escapes on you and it's like, I'm out of here. What's up with that? Well, here's the truth. Your entire voice works on two groups of muscles, just like your arms and your legs. And there are two processes that will determine how well you sing and if you can actually do it. The first is the condition of those vocal muscles. If they're strong, flexible, and coordinated, they know exactly what to do to get you to all of those notes, strong or soft, whenever you choose. And that requires 70% of getting the wrong training out and 30% of getting the right training in. But there's another process that can totally undermine that whole thing. And that is what's going on in your brain's singing database. Because your vocal anatomy, just like the other parts of your body, literally can and will do nothing for you unless it gets a green light from the part of your brain that is set aside to decide which instruction is best for it. Unfortunately, up in here is everything you've ever considered might be true about singing from anywhere. There's a whole lot of crap up in there. And whenever we have a singing tip, even if it's a great one, if we're not given a way to test it and prove it physically in the voice, your brain's singing database will never prioritize that as more important than the junk that will actually do you harm. And that's why we get inconsistent results. When it comes to weakness in the voice, we have the perfect storm. A singing database that is spitting out the wrong information and weak or uncoordinated or unflexible vocal muscles. Now here's the great news. Both of those things are totally fixable. In fact, science has known for over 50 years that 98% of every person on the planet has everything they need right here, right now to be a really good singer. It's already there. You just got to have the right training for this and the right way to filter out that sucker to unlock it. So let's start doing that right now. I'm going to give you a little tool to both test and start to improve the muscle strength in your voice, okay? Now, like any vocal exercise anyone can give you, regardless of what they say, the notes do not matter. They do nothing for you. You can memorize every scale that anyone ever puts out. It will never make you a better singer. What it will do is make you a great repeater of scales. So I'm going to give you some notes in a row that create a road for your vocal machine to run on. That's all they are. If you miss any of these notes, it does not do anything horrible to this exercise. If you get them all right, yay, you'll just be clear of what direction you're going on the road. So head the general direction of the notes, but don't make them the goal. Then I'm going to give you a vowel and consonant combination. Any words that someone gives you for a vocal exercise have no magic either. If a coach understands how to design an exercise, and less than 3% of them actually do, that is what determines how much magic an exercise can bring to your voice. So I'm going to give you a combination of notes and vowels and consonants that's going to allow this vocal machine in here to show you what it's got in the avenue of strength. But be warned, I hope to make you fail. Failure's a bad thing, right? Well, it is if you don't know what to do about it once you find it, which is most often the case. But here at the Voice Club, we teach you how to understand what's going on in your voice and in your singing database, and what to do with the information failure gives you. That's why failing becomes the magic key to unlocking the next level of what your voice can do. Okay? So when you fail, not if, when you fail on this exercise I'm about to give you, just know, aha, I've gotten more information. Now what do I do with it? And I'll tell you what to do. So here's our exercise. The notes are going to go dum, 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 dum. Now, all we're doing is we're taking notes. We're starting comfortably low. We're bouncing up a few times, and then we're going to stay at the top and just repeat it. I'm repeating it 5 times, but honestly, if you remember, jump, 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 stay, repeat, repeat, repeat on any notes, it's going to do the exact same thing. The notes are not magic. Dum, 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 dum. I want you to make sure that when you end up at the top and you repeat that note, that you hold it out. Now, I'm going to give you 2 different things to try in this exercise. The first way is to help you feel where the weakness exists in your voice. And the second one is to begin stabilizing that and getting that muscle to come to work for you instead of just going on vacation and having an umbrella drink. The first word is a W-I-H. Wi, just like wick or wimpy, wi, wi, wind, okay? Wi, 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 wi. Now we want to make sure we don't go wee once we get to the top because that's going to cause some other problems we just don't need, okay? Wi, W-I-H. Wi, 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 wi. If your voice naturally goes into a vibrato, let it do that. If it doesn't matter. Let it do its beautiful thing. Just hold that note out. And then we'll move it a little bit higher. Wi, 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 wi. Wi, 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 wi. So we're going to bounce through that ladder of notes. The top, we're establishing that note and holding it out in the last one. We put the muscle into gear, we drove it around the block, and then we went out on the open road to see how long it wants to support us. Wi, 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 wi. Hold it out as long as you can until it falls apart on you, okay? Get a feel for how it's there for you. Now you can move this scale up a few times if you want. Wee, 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 wee. Just know that the speed of this exercise will not help you. Don't worry about trying to make it faster. Just bounce through the notes, repeat the last one, and hold it out. You can try this one loud. You can try this one quiet. If you do this exercise and you hold the notes out fine, you're like, I must be great. Try it really lightly. Wee, 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 wee. Do it with less volume and see what happens there. And then maybe move the scale around a little bit. You don't have to have an instrument to do this. Just pick a higher start note and bounce around. If you do this exercise every time you think of it, in the shower, when you're driving someplace, when you're cleaning your room, you'll not only get a really good idea of the stability that's already in your vocal muscle, but you'll actually start to put it on notice that you expect it to show up. But we can do so much more. Let's give that brain singing database and that muscle the signal that we mean for it to work a little bit more for us, okay? We're going to do the same exercise. We're just going to change the word that I give you. This one is a N, N-E-H. Now your N is sticky, N, N, N. And the stickier you make this N, the more muscle we're going to bring to the game. Speeding this up will make that harder, and it doesn't benefit your voice. Slower allows you to dig into that even more, which is the equivalent of picking up a little bit more weight on a barbell for your vocal muscle, okay? So, na 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 na. Once you get really comfortable with digging into that N, na 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 na. Hold that sucker out as long as you can. What we're doing is literally picking up more weight with this exercise, and we're holding it and suspending it with that muscle gripped in when we hold that note. So holding it out for a certain amount of time is not the goal, but just hanging on to it as long as we can hold it taut allows that muscle to build endurance, okay? You know, there are a bunch more ways we can build muscle even faster. If you're interested in restarting your vocal machine and finding out what's really under the hood, why don't you try out the 30-day Restart Your Vocal Engine Workout Challenge? We clean out your vocal database and we get that motor running. But more important than both those things, we put you back in charge of your own voice. Because you should know how to master your own voice just like you know how to get the most out of your other body parts. And it's my goal to make it easy for you to learn to do it. All right, try that exercise. You can leave it in the comments here, or you can go to thevoiceclub.com, go to our free group, and tell me how it goes. I want to know, okay? Don't forget, you only get one voice. It's your job to unlock it, and it can be unlocked. Stop putting suspicious stuff up in that database. Clean that sucker out and unlock what's beautiful. You'll be amazed at what's really under the hood. Then get out there and sing.